Oh! 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 She just crunched that. Wow, right as I turn on my camera. Wow, that's very, very unfortunate. She just smashed the heck out of that. No damage to the wall, but her car, yeah. I was just turning on the camera to film the big giant south of the border thing right as she pulled into that. That's gonna make for a very, very bad day there. All right, let's be careful. Oh, there comes Tiffany. She's crossing the road again. I was about to go chase her down, but I see her way down there. What's up, everybody? Happy Wednesday. Hope you're having an awesome, awesome week so far. As you might be able to tell from the big giant Buc-ees back here behind me, we are no longer in the Villages, Florida. This is our first road trip since moving there about 5 months ago. And we're on our way to go see our son's college graduation in Wilmington, North Carolina. So we left the Villages around 7:30 last night, and we drove a good portion of the night. It's our first road trip out of the bubble. It's nighttime, in case you can't tell, a little after 11 o'clock, and we've officially made it to Georgia. And we wanted to get at least north of Savannah, Georgia, to kind of avoid some of the traffic that you might be hearing back here behind me in the distance. So once we got north of Savannah, all of the hotels were completely full. We didn't know where we wanted to stop, so we didn't make any reservations for last night. We do have reservations tonight in Wilmington for the next few nights. But yeah, and after multiple attempts to find a hotel, we finally said, you know what, let's just head to Buc-ee's. They have a Tesla supercharger station you can see back here behind me. We rolled in here last night with probably the least amount of battery range I've ever had on a long road trip. We got here with about 2% left in our battery. I think we had about 7 or 8 miles until we ran out of electricity. So we parked over here at the supercharger, charged up. Went inside last night and used the world's cleanest restrooms. And then we came over here and parked the car and took a nap for a couple of hours. So now we're awake. We need to go inside and get some caffeine, grab some breakfast. And then this is I-95 back here behind me. So we'll jump on I-95. So the bad news about not getting a hotel room last night was that we had to sleep in the car. The good news is that we drove so far last night and we avoided most of the traffic, is that we only have about a 2-hour drive from here, from this Buc-ee's location in Florence, South Carolina, all the way to Wilmington, North Carolina. So Tiffany is just waking up from her nap in the car. So I'm gonna grab her and then we're gonna walk inside Buc-ee's and show you what it's all about. Let's go. So we got here a little bit before 4 a.m. last night, and this parking lot was pretty empty. No one was at the Tesla supercharger, so we backed in over there and filled up. But this parking lot was pretty empty last night as well. So let's walk inside and see what's going on. Oh, it's hot. It's already getting hot. They got rid of the big Buc-ee. He's no longer here.
They were busy last night.
I know. Oh, you know what? It was a different entrance. Oh. That's why it was a different entrance.
I see what you're doing. Welcome in, welcome in.
Hello. So we're no longer at Buc-ee's, but look who's wide awake. What do they call it? Awake, alert, and enthusiastic?
Yes. I don't know about the enthusiastic part, but I am awake and alert.
When we went into Buc-ee's at 4 a.m. to use the restroom before we took a little nap, that place was pretty empty, but we were too tired to shop at that point in time, right?
Right.
So after we woke up from our nap, we decided to go grab some breakfast and go inside and shop. And Tell them
The
all-
whole world
yeah.
was there. I mean, it's like swarms of people, especially around like the food.
Yep.
They just like circle it.
I'm trying.
So a lot of people.
Yeah, that's kind of a good way to put it. It's kind of like a sharks, you know, just kind of swimming around, waiting to go in there and then grab it. And they have all kind of things they're known for. All right, this place is happening this morning. They do have some breakfast sandwich out still. They get a bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit. They get a sausage, egg, and cheese taco, a bacon, egg, and cheese taco, a brisket egg taco, and just a brisket taco. And of course, they getting ready for lunch. They get their beaver chips out. They get their 3-meat sandwich, which has sausage, brisket, and turkey. Sliced turkey sandwich, sausage on a stick. It just goes on and on and on. And they're also known for their pulled pork sandwiches. And their brisket sandwiches must be over there on the other side. So let's go see if we can find the brisket sandwiches over here. There we go. Now he's putting up the chopped brisket. Nice and fresh. Awesome. Get a fried chicken sandwich, a club melt. And they also sell their meats by the pound there too. But they're known for their barbecue, and especially their barbecue brisket, which they chop or slice. And we had the sliced brisket sandwiches, right?
Always get the sliced brisket sandwich.
And I got a big old tall cup of coffee. And what did you have?
Diet Coke. It's a vacation. It's a treat.
Yeah. So if you've never been to a Buc-ee's, you need to check it out. They're pretty much all the same. We've stopped at them here in South Carolina, Alabama, Texas. We've been to several. And the great thing about them is they have the cleanest restrooms in the world.
That's right. And for you ladies, they have like walls built all the way up to the ceiling, so it's like your own room, you know. So it's really nice and private too. And there's like 70 bathrooms, so usually not a line.
Yeah, they have a bathroom attendant for each bathroom. They're constantly cleaning the bathrooms 24/7.
Yep.
And they pay their workers really good. So they have signs when you walk into Buc-ee's, but then all throughout the whole store too. And I think they start their lowest wage is $18 an hour, and I think it goes up to like $23 an hour. Plus they pay $2 an hour for overtime. But look at what some of the managers and assistant managers can make. I mean, they make anywhere from $125,000 a year up to I think $250,000 or $275,000 a year. Plus, they match your 401k at 100%, up to 6% of your salary. So we talked about it. Maybe we'll go work for Buc-ee's, man. That'd be awesome, you know?
I know, and we're late night people,
Yeah.
so we could even do the overnight shift. You just have to be willing to live kind of out in the middle, and most of them are kind of out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
I think I would choose the one in Alabama, though, that's close to Gulf Shores, which is like my favorite beach up in the Panhandle.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, we like Buc-ee's because, you know, they have the clean restrooms. The whole place is clean. Everybody's friendly.
And it's fun to shop.
It's fun to shop.
There's so much to see. You never knew there were things with the Buc-ee's logo that you needed in your life until you go there.
There's Buc-ee's on everything. They have, you know, miniature Buc-ee stuffed toys to the big ginormous one that sits in the bed of that truck. And they even have Buc-ee's, what do they call them, onesies?
Yeah. And we also saw like Snuggies this time, like hoodies. So lots of fun stuff.
But lots of homewares, you know, art, all that kind of stuff. We refrain this time. We usually buy one thing every time we stop at Buc-ee's, but that wasn't what this trip is about. This trip is about getting to Wilmington, see our son graduate from college. He's flying in from Washington, D.C. to Wilmington, so we'll be picking him up at the airport later on today.
Yeah, he just texted us that his flight was delayed.
Yep.
So we're like, okay, well, let's stop at south of the border then and look around.
So we don't have time to look at the whole thing, but we will, you know, show you at least the outside of everything. And this is something that's very, very unique here to South Carolina.
Yeah.
And they've been here a lot longer than that Buc-ee's location. So
yeah, there's a campground here if you need a campground. There's a motor lodge. There's EV chargers. There's I see like 3 restaurants, a new bar, a beach shop.
I think they have go-karts over there. I see a t-shirt shop down the back of the way. Somewhere they're supposed to have EV charging around here too, so we'll be on the lookout for that. Yeah, but this place is it's ginormous, but it's pretty empty. I don't know if that's just because it's not that season. Everybody's already went home. You know, all the snowbirds are already up north, and so it's not so busy. Maybe they're seasonally busy when people leave and when people come back to Florida. Or is it because Buc-ee's opened up, like, how far down the road?
21 miles,
yeah,
I think.
21 miles. So I'm curious to see, which we don't know, how much that impact their business here. So, all right, anything else you want to share with them?
No, let's look around. There's just so much to see. If you see me like wandering, there's just so much to see. It's kind of mind-boggling. So let's go look around.
Yeah, we got a hard 30-minute time limit to kind of look around. Then we got to get back on the road and get to Wilmington, North Carolina. So Tiffany made it safely across the road. Let's just kind of do a panoramic tour here and show you what's going on. So over here you got the Burrito Loco. Looks like a restaurant. You got a ginormous hamburger and a wiener dog down there. And you see there is the entrance to I-95 north towards Fayetteville, and then south towards Florence, where we were just at the Buc-ee's location. Pan around this way, you got a gas station, you got Fort Pedro's Fireworks, you got Pedro's Pantry, and then right here you got Pedro's Myrtle Beach Shop. So I guess this is all beach apparel and stuff like that. Can't walk up too close to it because they do have some commercial music playing back there, and I'd get a copyright strike on that, but that's pretty neat. It's a great spot to stop and take some selfies and photos. You got a giant well, looks like you got a sill. Looks like you got a crocodile versus the alligator there. Big conch shell, giant flamingo. And over there's our car parked in front of Pedro's Pura Vida apparel, hats, biker accessories, sunglasses, t-shirts, leather. So all the touristy type of items there. And there is the main man himself holding up the big giant south of the border sign. This place is a trip. Yep, over there's Tiffany. You got all these different things you can stop and get your picture with. So, all right, I'm gonna go poke my head inside here and see what Pedro's Myrtle Beach shop looks like. Oh, we'll go to the sign here. It says, "Come and see the great white shark." So let's go see if they got a great white shark in there somewhere. No pets unless they are carried.
Hey, how are you?
I'm great, how are you? So there's the great giant.
Sure.
There it is. Is that the real deal? As real as it's gonna get. There you go. Well, it's nice and cool in here today. All right, so let's go check out this ginormous great white shark back here. So why did Tiffany cross the road?
There are so many photo opportunities over there, and unlike a lot of places, you can actually climb on these things. Like there's some burrows that you can climb on and take photos, but they're all, you know, of course, south of the border branded, so you can take those. But there's a lot of cool stuff over there. And then I went to go see what that huge tower was when you come in off the interstate, and it's an arcade.
Oh, cool.
And games, there's a carousel in there and stuff like that. So if your kids need to get out some energy,
Yeah.
this is the place, not Buc-ee's, people.
Yeah.
This is the place. Or if you have a huge truck or RV, there's tons of places around here just to pull in easily and be able to pull back out. The one thing I did figure out,
What?
there is a pedestrian crossing down this way. It's a bridge, a pedestrian bridge. So don't run across the street like Tiffany did.
She's a rule breaker.
I'm really not,
Yeah.
but I just wanted to get to the other side of the road and see the cool animal figures.
That was very uncharacteristic like of her. When she told me she's going to cross the road, I'm like, what?
Yeah, very
She was gone
uncharacteristic.
before I could stop her, so yeah. Luckily, it's not too busy right here. If you're at Buc-ee's trying to do that, you would get ran over. And unfortunately, I couldn't get my camera turned on fast enough. When you get off the interstate, they have their own lanes for each way divided by a wall. But when you leave, there's only one way out. And just like the villages, they have their very own roundabout. So I tried to turn the camera to capture that roundabout, but missed it. So
Yep, but we felt like we were at home.
Yeah.
we had to go around a roundabout. So this behind me is the Motor Lodge. Is that what they're calling it? The Motor Inn?
Yep.
The architecture is so cool. I assume it's been revamped or modernized.
Yeah.
But I love all the flamingos around the whole property. But then it just looks like something out of the 60s
Yeah, that's
or
what I was
70s.
thinking. It definitely looks like out of the 60s to me. Yeah, maybe the 70s, but anything I should go check out and show them on the camera?
Yeah, I mean, just show them. No, I guess I could see it from here. That's the pool with the big dome. That's the pool area with the large dome. And then the front office space has some, you know, nice plants and like terrarium type thing. So I don't know how nice, like everybody's got a covered, yeah, go show, they've got like a covered parking space if you're staying here. So there's a lot. Again, there's so much to see here.
All right, we got about 10 minutes left. So let's go over here and check out the giant flamingos in the pool. And then we'll show you the parking spaces as well too. So there is the giant sombrero, which it looks like you can actually walk up to the top as an observation tower, and at the base is the arcade that Tiffany was talking about. And then, yeah, you want to be careful crossing that road. You got transfer trucks, you got cars flying really, really fast. Matter of fact, I just saw a car hit the wall back there behind me. They weren't paying attention to what they were doing. Oh, she just crunched that. Wow, right as I turned on my camera. Wow, that's very, very unfortunate. But yeah, there's a very nice pedestrian bridge for you to cross over there nice and safely. So here is the south of the border Motor Inn and registration. And we'll walk up here and show you all of these giant flamingos and just like kind of the cool architecture or design. They have a nice portico area here as you pull in to check in so you don't get rained on rainy days. And they have multiple fountains all around this property, so that's kind of nice. And we won't walk in, but we'll walk up to the window and give you a quick peek at the indoor pool. And you can already see right here it says, no lifeguard on duty, swim at your own risk. And nobody's in the pool today. But yeah, there's the Motor Lodge. So here you go. So these are your rooms right here. So you park on the back side and you have your own little portico to park. And I guess you have a back door. But then here you go. That's kind of interesting. Kind of reminds me of some of the places we stayed at on Route 66 last year on our trip to and from the Grand Canyon. So that was the front side of it. So let's walk over here so you can actually see where you pull up on the back side. And at night, they got all these lights, so it's really lit up. You can see it from the interstate at night as well, too. And there you go, registered motor guests or motel guests only. Trespassers will be prosecuted. So don't want to get prosecuted. Oh wow, so you just pull up just like that. And there you go. Kind of cool. All right, I think it's time we get back on the road. Need to get to Wilmington. Now we're going to show Tiffany the giant great white shark. So welcome to New Hanover County and welcome to Wilmington, North Carolina. And we're getting ready to take this big bridge over the Cape Fear River. There you go. I don't know if you can see the river from there. There is our hotel off in the distance. That's where we're headed to, the Embassy Suite right there in the Cape Fear River. So we're gonna go check into the hotel here in just a couple of minutes, get Tiffany situated, and then we'll get back on this road and go over to the Wilmington airport to pick up our son, who's flying into town for his college graduation this weekend. So hopefully you have an awesome rest of your week. If you haven't done so by now, make sure you hit the thumbs up, drop us a comment below, share our video with other awesome people, and stay tuned. Make sure you hit the notification bell. We'll have a couple more videos of our visit to Wilmington, North Carolina. Have an awesome rest of your week, and we will see you in the next video.